Magic Masses! I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert, coming to America. The Chat as Memorial Rumble was a great way for Pro Wrestling Magic to kick off 2025. And I gotta say, before I even go on the results here, I gotta give it to every one of the hardworking men and women on this show, because just about everybody brought their A game. I mean, this is one, and I'll say right now, show-wise, will be a tough act to follow, and I'll say one of the best Chat Memorial Rumble shows ever in the history of Pro Wrestling Magic. And I know it's only January, but it's a show of the year candidate. But I don't know if these two first matches were scheduled to be on the Monday Morning Magic taping, which is on Pro Wrestling Magic's YouTube. But actually, before we get into that, out came the commentation station was introduced. Front Row Mikey, who came out to Party Man by the late Prince. That Front Row Mikey, is that going to be your theme music from this point on? And also out came John Williams and Jimmy Riot. And then out comes ring announcer / general manager Shane Fair, let's say channeling his inner Prince Akeem, as he was wearing attire that Eddie Murphy wore in the movie Coming to America. And he, get this, folks, Shane comes in, enters the ring, he says, "Good morning, commentation station." I don't know if it was anyone from college, but somebody yelled, "Hey, fuck you." And Shane says, "Yes, fuck you too," which was pretty much a reference to one of the funniest scenes in the movie of Coming to America. Man, what a movie that was. Hopefully before the video's over, I'll get back to more Coming to America references. But we kick off the event with the Monday Morning Magic taping, which I guess is on the IWTV replay, as we had tag team action as two members of Sad and Depressed, accompanied the ring by the Hunter. I forgot which two members they were. They did battle with Ricky Price and Junie Underwood, Smash and Burn. Great tag team match these two teams brought, and Smash and Burn defeated the two members of Stress and Depressed at 6 minutes 56 seconds. Next up was a women's match as Tiffany Avatar did battle with Journey Burke Esquire, who is the current Keys to the Queendom holder. These two ladies really brought it to each other, and I don't know if it's the first time these two ladies faced each other one-on-one or not, but I gotta say, it's like, no pun intended when I say it was like magic when they touched, or they clicked and really meshed well, and wow. I forgot exactly. Actually, after all this, these two ladies were doing to each other, Tiffany Avatar defeated Journey Burke Esquire with a spear at 10 minutes 3 seconds. And then it was on to pretty much the main show. As first we have V. Daniel of Project Mayhem as he challenged the Plexus's Troy Locke for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Oh, these two guys really took it to each other, and there was one point, V tried to go, he was about to go up the top rope, he took his shirt off and he went to throw it away, and it looked like he got stuck or caught on the ceiling, so we had another Botchamania moment right there. Eventually, the Plexus Troy Locke pinned V. Daniel at 9 minutes 20 seconds to retain the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Funny thing is, after both V and Troy left the ring, well, actually, no, Eden, V's partner, he comes out and tries to, help him see if he's all right, but V leaves the ring without Eden. So maybe some trouble in paradise right there. Not the Kofi Kingston move, folks. But after V, Eden, Troy, they all left the ring, Lawrence, or Young Boy Lawrence, from Ring Crew / Security, he's got, I don't know if it was a mop or something with a broomstick, and to get that shirt down, but out came Shane Fair with a 2x4 in his hand, and I couldn't help but, give a hacksaw Jim Duggan, ho! And a few other people did the same thing to take V's shirt down from the ceiling, because people were yelling, "No, leave it up there." But of course, a disco ball, that shirt is not. Okay, but we get on with our next matchup, which is Bruno El Oso Blanco. He challenges the finisher, Steve Pena, for the Dark Arts Championship. And I believe just as the match began, out came Mateo Marcelos, Tony Ice, and Alexander Bateman. I forgot the name of their group. And the three of them, Mateo, Alexander, and Tony Ice, they're like on Shane's case and stuff. The match was on, and I think at one point they eventually Ice, and Bateman come to the ring, and Mateo's on the ramp, and all of a sudden, ooh, my eyes. Eventually, something happens where John Tella comes out. He attacks Bateman and Ice. And Bruno's looking at us like, what are you doing here? And like Mateo and Bruno were looking at each other. Eventually, Steve, he had worked on Bruno's arm throughout the match. And he puts him in an armbar and a crossface. And I don't know if Bruno tapped or the referee stopped the match. Steve Pena defeats Bruno El Oso Blanco at 11 minutes, 14 seconds to retain the Dark Arts Championship. After the match, Bruno puts the sleeper hold on referee DM Stevens, and then out comes a few people, and Bruno lays waste to them. And Shane Fair comes to the ring, and he says to Bruno, hey, that's it. And I forgot what else he was saying, but Shane says to Bruno, as of right now, you're sitting home February 15th, which is the next Pro Wrestling Magic event, and I'll get to that later. And Bruno says to Shane, last time I knocked you down, he said, I knocked you down one time before. Next time you won't get up. And then Bruno ultimately leaves the ring, and Mateo, Bateman, and Ice leave as well. Oof. Next up, we see tag team action as we see Wrecking Ball Legursky and Kerr, Meat Locker, defending the tag team championship against Dave McCall and Nate Wallace, the Rep. Pretty good matchup these two teams had. The Rep, I forgot who brought it into play, but it was like a not like a police officer's nightstick or a blind man's stick, actually visually impaired person's stick, and eventually Dave McCall used it on Kerr, and the Rep defeated Meat Locker at 7 minutes 59 seconds to win the tag team championship, and Kerr had to be helped from the ring. From there, Shane Fair announced to the crowd that women's champion Rebecca J. Scott was unable to make the show, but he introduces a woman who was going to challenge for the belt, and that's Cosmic, making her Pro Wrestling Magic debut. She's in the ring with her gear on. I forgot what she was saying in the crowd, but eventually some music comes on. Out comes a woman who was recently medically cleared to wrestle again, Ruthless Lala, accompanied the ring by Isaiah Wolf. I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but eventually, I know what happened. Ruthless Lala defeated Cosmic with a lariato at 2 minutes 52 seconds, making a triumphant return. Because I can't remember, I think it's been over almost a year since she last wrestled before she had gotten injured. I'm wondering though if had Rebecca J. Scott made the show, would there have been a longer match with her against Cosmic? And I don't know if they added more time to other matches due to the fact Rebecca didn't make the show. Up next, we see the Timeless Crowbar challenge the Revolver Alex Ryman, who came out the curtain with Brandon Downey, Lugosi, and Serenity. I don't know if they came ringside with him or not. Good match these two had, case of experience and youth. Eventually, I forgot who got thrown into referee Nick Shin in the corner. Ryman puts Crowbar down with a Death Valley driver on a chair to retain the championship at 18 minutes 35 seconds. And it was time for the main event, the 20-man Chad Adams Memorial Rumble. This year it was only 20 men. They had no women in the match this time, and only 20 participants. The original plan, I don't know why, but Alex Rivera was supposed to be number one. He didn't make the show, apparently, because Smiley was introduced as number one. He was going to be number two. But out came number two, the freshly Trey Felipe. Number three, the good guy Azrael, covered the ring by Johnny Santos of Hispanos Unidos, if they're still calling themselves that, despite the fact that a few members, Trey's not in there anymore. Eventually, out comes Big Cuzzo. He hits the ring. He and Santos comes in the ring, and they're doing a number on. Well, they do a number on Trey and Smiley, and eventually Azrael eventually eliminates Trey Felipe from the match. Number four was Lugosi. Can't really remember everybody in this, and I don't even know who actually replaced Alex Rivera since he didn't show up. But like I said, Smiley was entered first, Felipe second, Azrael third, Lugosi fourth. As we went along, other participants were the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan. I think he was fifth or sixth to enter, and he went straight after Azrael, eliminated him. But then he jumped over the top rope to the apron, did a roll off, jumped off the apron like a forward roll onto Azrael onto the floor. Donovan eliminated himself. But I'm going to try to remember everybody. Here we go. Smiley, Felipe, Azrael, Lugosi, Donovan. PJ Savage was one of the four mystery entrants. Brandon Downey, Steve Off, Isaiah Wolf, John Tella, Bruno El Oso Blanco, Steve Pena, Troy Locke, V. Daniel, Eden, El Rotundo, Ray Mars, Dan Murdoch. Somebody was actually chanting BWO, not for the Blue World Order, for Body Slammers Wrestling Organization, which I believe Steve Off and Dan Murdoch used to wrestle for long ago. And I don't know if they used to run in that building in Ridgefield Park, which we know today is the Magic Kingdom / the Mecca. Dark STG returned, made his return. Many knew him as Stephen Gibke of the Down Boys. And number 20 was Mateo Marcelos, who entered last by virtue of his victory over Alex Rivera last month. So I don't know who actually replaced Rivera in the match. I know Azrael and Santos eventually came back out, and they went after. I don't know if they caused Isaiah Wolf to be eliminated. At one point, Steve Pena comes over to me, asks to borrow my megaphone, but then all of a sudden, PJ Savage had attacked Pena, and I think John Teller came over by me, and I'm like thinking, my goodness, it was so hectic. And I gotta say, a great crowd came to this show, by the way, folks. It drew a big crowd. Wow. Oh, actually, the end came when it came down to Smiley, Steve Off, and Mateo. I think Off. Well, actually, Smiley eliminated Off. Smiley and Mateo were battling on the apron after they both went over the top rope to the apron. But along came Trixie, Smiley's lady, and I forgot what happened next. But Smiley knocked Mateo off the apron to the floor. Smiley wins the Chat Ass Memorial Rumble at 43 minutes, 17 seconds. Smiley is still in the ring. He's looking at Trixie, and Trixie's like, I don't know if she was upset about something, but she walked off. And then all of a sudden, ring announcer, general manager Shane Fair enters the ring, takes off one of his white gloves, and shakes hands with Smiley, congratulating him on the victory. Smiley will now challenge the heavyweight champion, whoever it may be, at the anniversary show on Saturday, March 15th. One thing I forgot to mention about the Crowbar Alex Ryman match, after it was over, Azrael attacks Ryman, and he had his keys to the kingdom. He was about to cash in. He's saying, oh, where's the referee? But Crowbar came back in the ring and chased Azrael off, because Crowbar, I think, had talked to the crowd, and Crowbar said he's going to be 51 years old in March, and he's still wrestling. Ryman, he said to Azrael, I know that key. I know you have the keys to the kingdom. I know what power it holds, but he said save that for another title, because Ryman says he wants Azrael at February 15th, which is the next show. Well, personal notes time. Here's a blast from the past. I noticed Pete Ryman. He's over at the. He's got a merchandise table now, selling sports memorabilia, and I noticed him talking to John Harder, who was a commentator for Ace Pro Wrestling. We were talking about the glory days of Ace and Union City and all the old DVDs and stuff. Wow. Oh, man. Great seeing Elliot, Bill Parham. Welcome back to Bill, and Jason Bob 87. I hadn't seen those two in a while. I think Sherry Ann was there without her son, Mikey. Bruno of the Cuban Hype Men was there. Danielle D'Adamo was sitting 2 seats away from me. What else can I say about this show, man? Woo! Well, actually, Oh, there was a good-looking lady, like, sitting in the second row in the section to my left. Also, I saw a good-looking lady wearing a red hoodie with the word "smile" in the front of it. Some of them quotes. I would look like that if I was. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I would be sad if I looked like that too. This one young man sitting 2 seats away from me at the Hunter from Stressed and Depressed. You didn't see nothing, Lottie. Jason Bob 87. Yeah, I quoted you when during the Rep Meat Locker match where Dave McCall initially hit I don't know, it was Kerr or Wrecking Ball Legursky in the balls. Okay. Well, as mentioned, Pro Wrestling Magic returns Saturday night, February 15th with A Night at the Roxbury. Shane Fair, seeing that you channeled your inner Prince Akeem, are you going to channel your inner Butabi brother and dress up like Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan, like they were dressed in those nice dress attire those two wore in that movie? Oh, man. I mean, if you wonder, are they gonna play What Is Love, or we're gonna have to bop our heads like they did in the not only in that movie, but all those Saturday Night Live sketches they did over the years? What other stuff can I say? We did not get the following Coming to America references throughout the show. Nobody was called a dumb fuck. Nobody said, "Who the fuck is this asshole?" Nobody was called a diseased rhinoceros pizzle. We didn't see ladies throwing flowers on the floor for everybody to walk. We did not see... We never heard somebody say, "He good." Nobody talked about boxing. We didn't see... Not even a Soul Glow reference. I gotta say, for those who have not seen the movie Coming to America that was out back in the late 80s, that was a great movie. It's a funny movie too. Still saddened that both John Amos and James Earl Jones, who were in that movie, they both passed away in the past year. In the same year, and both passed away in 2024. Hold that thought, folks. Yeah, let me see. Other Coming to America references we did not see or hear on this show. No McDowell's references. Okay. Well, as I said, Pro Wrestling Magic returns Saturday night, February 15th with A Night at the Roxbury. No match has been announced, but I guess if Hispanos Unidos is still a faction, I guess they got a new member in the form of Big Cuzzo. But I'm wondering maybe they'll do a 6-man or 8-man tag. You know, Cuzzo, Azriel, Johnny Santos. Well, Chris Cage was not there in the building. Was not seen in this building. Then Saturday, March 15th, Pro Wrestling Magic presents Revenge of the Nerds 10 Years of Magic, which is the 10-year anniversary show. And we already know Smiley will be challenging the heavyweight champion that night, whether it's Alex Ryman or somebody else. And Pro Wrestling Magic is also having a show on Saturday, April 12th. I kind of wish Pro Wrestling Magic, or any company out there would do shows on Saturday afternoons, or do shows on Saturday afternoons. I'd be able to take my brother with me to them. I'll definitely probably watch this again on IWTV. If you weren't there live, definitely watch it once it's available. You're going to be mad at yourself for not being there. I mean, as I said before I went through the results, this is going to be a tough act to follow. It's a show of the year candidate. To me, the best Chad Memorial Rumble ever, show-wise. Wow. Well, actually, maybe, since we didn't get to see it, maybe on February 15th, Cosmic challenges Rebecca J. Scott for the championship. But no one with Ruthless Lala now back in the picture. I don't think she ever got a rematch when she lost the women's belt, too. When she initially lost the belt back at Kingdom Come 8 in late 2023. I don't know. Okay. I did not go to Blackbirds after the show. I don't know if I ever will. Dang it. What else can I say about this event? Oh, yeah. I mean, I was among those in the building raising my hands when Alex Ryman came out for his match. Wow. Oh, it was way too early, but Pro Wrestling Magic, ever thought of any future show title themes? I mean, maybe how about maybe R&B songs? I have quite a list to think of. Oh man. It'd be interesting to see where everything goes, because I'm sure what February 15th, obviously, as we know, the next event is going to really paint the picture and set the table for the anniversary show on March 15th. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was great to be back. It seems like every time when I come back to Pro Wrestling Magic, a great memorable show ends up awaiting me. I'll do it. Do this for you. Pro Wrestling Magic, Knights of Columbus in Ridgefield Park. Wrestling is magical.